Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 11. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Previously on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Nothing to see here, but Preston is tripping. When the episode first opens up, Preston is still tweaking, okay? Dani is like, sir, why you got my uniform on? He talking about, we have to go to the airport and work. Listen to me. Last episode, it didn't give me a chuckle. It really didn't, because I was like, Preston, quit playing in my face. But baby, this episode, baby, this was so funny to me. Preston, honey, you steer cattle. You do not work down at the airport, sir. You just don't. So Dani is like, listen, I got to go to work. Take the uniform off. Stop it now, Preston. Stop. Okay? Cut it out. Preston gonna say, you know what? I look at this stove and I tell it to lock. What is happening? What is happening? So Preston gets on the phone. He calls Zach. For whatever reason, I have no idea. So Zach is like, what? Preston said, it's the 8th. Zach said, what the hell that mean? Like, what the hell's going on? So Daddy snatches the phone from Preston. And she's like, Zach, I need your help. Preston has lost it. You need to come. Zach said, what the hell? What the hell is going on? What's wrong with him? Let me tell y'all something. The way that I holler, because Zach be so irritated. Yo, he be so mad. He does not have time to play with them. Everybody gets on Zach's nervous system. Karen and her bell bottoms, Preston in his uniform, Dani in her uniform, Aaron in his being, okay? He can't stand Aaron. He kind of let Pam get away with it, but she get on his nervous system as well. Like, everybody irks the mess out of him, and I just think it is so funny. The way he was on that phone like an irritated mama when you called him at work and you ain't supposed to be calling down there. Somebody, may I speak to Miss Johnson? What the hell do you want? Can I have some cookies? Oh my gosh. Zach is the irritated mama, honey. I'm not playing with them. Moving forward. My question is this, though. What exactly was Zach supposed to do when he got there? He can't take the high out of him. What exactly was Zachariah supposed to do, Daniela? What? So she's like, just please come over. I really just need, please come over and get this man together. Baby, Preston's so gone, he don't even know who Preston is. He's sitting at the table talking about, who's Preston? That would be you, okay? In the next scene, Maurice is at the house. Calvin gets back from Sabrina's. So he notices Maurice is being all somber and serious and whatnot. So Maurice asked about the rent check. And Calvin was like, yeah, I'm going to take it and drop it off as soon as I get ready. So Maurice said, thank you, Calvin. Now, mind you, Maurice being all monotone and serious. So Calvin was like, no problem, Bob. Because really and truly, he should be thanking Maurice because, sir, you said you was going to stay here a little while to get up on your feet. You've been here 17 seasons. Like, I'm going to need you in real estate to get your own damn place. So he said, no, really, Calvin, thank you. So Calvin is shocked. He's like, where's the diva extravaganza? Like, where's that person? You being all normal, you mean? He being all normal? Mm-hmm. He said, you're looking sad and sounding sad. Like, what's wrong with you? So Maurice tells Calvin that he confessed and told them everything. And Calvin is like, why the hell would you do that? Well, Calvin, you told him that he needs to accept responsibility for the fact that this is all his fault. And he got Sabrina into this mess. So since you said what you said to him, he went down to the precinct and decided to turn myself in. Okay. And I thought about this, okay, because I hadn't gotten this wrong. I placed this blame on Maurice, but it's really you, Calvin. Calvin, you are the reason that Q was back in that damn house, listening to his sob stories, eating smothered pork chops, rice and gravy and greens on a Monday instead of a Sunday. You are the reason why Q got back in there and was able to make a fake confession about all of them being involved in this. So really and truly, Calvin, you are pissing me off. Okay, it's your fault. Okay, you need to accept some responsibility. I always hooping and hollering at Maurice. Boy, goodbye. He was like, I wanted to help Sabrina. She doesn't deserve this. So Calvin goes, so you just gonna take the rap? He said, yeah, so Sabrina can get back to her job. Well, honey, according to Sabrina last episode, she already back down as a teller at the Empty Bank and Trust. So I don't know exactly where you're trying to help her coming from, but she back down to the work job. So Calvin calls Sabrina. He's like, listen, Maurice went down to the precinct. He turned himself in. She's like, what the hell? He can't do that. He said, yeah, I know. I don't know what would make him do something like that. You? So Maurice is saying in the background, it's already done. It's already done, Calvin. Hang the phone up. Sabrina, it's already done. I hope that trafficking cop just don't go believing Maurice. Because if he does, then honey, he needs to go back to being a cop and not a lawyer. I don't even know how do you get a promotion from a cop to a lawyer? Anyway, it's Tyler Perry land. So Sabrina tells Calvin, listen, I'm going to come over and we're going to talk to him about this. So she hangs up. She calls Dani to tell her that she cannot make it down to Karen's house. Oh, but that's good because Karen down at the shop anyway, honey. So Dani answers like, girl, I can't go. Sabrina said, no, me either. I was just going to call and tell you that. But you won't believe this. So Sabrina said, you go first. So she tells Sabrina she can't go because Preston is out of his mind and his body after she shared Miss Mary Jane with him. So Sabrina's like, oh my gosh, girl, Dani, why would you do that? She said, well, girl, let me tell you what's crazy. Why Maurice confessed and said it was all him. Here go Dani. Cool. So, I mean, are you off the hook? So she said, no, why would you say that, Dani? She said, well, it was his fault. The way Preston shrugged his shoulders like he agreed with Dani at that table when he was supposed to be high and confused, baby, that was sending me. I said, not you in agreement sitting at that table. That's just ignorant. The whole thing is ignorant. So Dani gets off the phone because Preston is locking the stove with his mind, honey, his superpowers. She gets off the phone. Y'all ain't gonna never be able to get that stove unlocked if Preston keeps locking it up with his mind. Preston, stop using your thoughts to lock the stove. Y'all gonna have to use it to cook. So Zack shows up. Baby, my goodness. The way that man looked in that suit. Honey, I see why he got 4 kids in real life. Baby, that man looked so good. I said, oh, yes, ma'am, honey. I mean, he was really looking like something. So anywho, Dani is talking to him and Zack is like, well, what kind of kinky stuff y'all into? I mean, I'm not judging, but I mean, he still has his boots on. Like, what are y'all doing? So Dani is like, he clearly is on something. Something is wrong with him. You know, I might have gave him some of my smoke and he's not back yet. This right here was so funny to me because this is how I talk. Zack said, Preston, you got to take her work stuff off. You going to stretch it out by the shoulders. When I tell y'all, I laughed so hard at that to the point of tears because I always say stuff like that. When he said, you are going to stretch it out by the shoulders, baby, that was good to me, honey, not by the shoulders. So Preston goes in the restroom and Zack is like, let's just make him some coffee. We gonna make you some coffee. You go in the restroom, change your clothes. He said, yeah, and I like it strong and black. Okay, Preston is gone. Baby, go on in there and change your clothes, honey. Zack said, what the hell are you gonna do with him? Like, what is going on? So Dani is like, I mean, I just can't get him to come back. Like, how long is it gonna take? Like, what is he gonna do? So Zack said, listen, okay, I got you. Don't say I ain't never did nothing for you. So he calls out to Preston. He said, Preston. Preston said, Lord, is that you? Zack said, yes, my son. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, y'all stop playing with G.O.D. Second of all, Tyler Perry, you ain't slick. You are not writing for Sistas. These people are all doing one big improv class. Nobody has written a damn thing down. You threw these people in a scene and said, make it work. And you ain't fooling me. Because the way that these people act is just like they're making up things as they go along, especially Maurice. Maurice lets it be known that he just saying whatever child he gonna say. Now, don't get me wrong, it's working for you, but you ain't fooling me. So after he got through playing G.O.D., Preston came out of that restroom, y'all, dressed like Criss Cross from the 90s. Y'all remember when Criss Cross used to wear their shirts and their pants backwards? Criss Cross, so make you jump, jump. Remember that? When I tell y'all, when he came out of there with them clothes on backwards, I said, now this is just getting, this is just getting ridiculous. It reminds me of when in school, during homecoming week, they have spirit week. And you know how you have to do something each day. And one day they ask you to wear your clothes backwards. Child, it was a mess. So Zach looks at Preston. He's like, are you good? Preston said, I'm good, my ninja. Zach said, what you say to me? Don't say this to me again. Yeah, Preston Now we know in real life what's really going on. But baby, on this show, you are a white man. Baby, don't use that word. What is wrong with you? He's like, Dani, I don't have time for this. I'm finna go. You handle Preston. I got to get the hell out of here. I got to go. So Dani said, I broke him. Zach, you please stay. Zach said, no, I have to go. Dani said, oh, okay, well, people get a little money and they change. Let me tell you something. I miss Dani and Zach's scenes together, getting into it at that airport. I love their dynamic. They have such great chemistry as platonic friends. It gives me very much Pam and Martin, but he can actually tolerate Dani sometimes. I just really love to see them together. Tyler, listen, in the next season, season 7, I need more Zach and Dani. I know, Karen might pop up out of nowhere, honey, coming from out of the stove that Preston done locked. But we really need to see this dynamic more because I just love it. So after he leaves, Dani is asking if Preston knew who that was. He was like, no, who? He said he loved me. So she said, look, I'm going to get ready for work. I'm going to make you some coffee and I want you to relax. He said, now how I'm going to relax if you give me coffee? That's stupid. Now, it don't make no sense though. It kind of creates the opposite effect of relax. It gives wired. So Dani, it didn't make no sense. I know you just listening to Zachariah, but baby, it didn't make no sense. So she was like, well, I was just trying to help, but you know what? Never mind. He said, go do what you got to do. I hold this down. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Honey, shout out to Denzel. You remember that movie? So he asking her if she remembers it. She said, yeah. He said, you heard me? She said, yes, I heard you. He said, yeah, you better hear me, bitch. She said, what? Yeah, you better turn around and tell the stove to lock. Let me tell you something, Preston. You over here calling this woman the B word. She getting ready to lock your damn jaw up if you don't quit playing. The stove ain't gonna be the only thing that's locked. I feel like he been waiting to call Dani that all his life. All his life he been waiting to call Dani that. So she walked away. He gonna say, bitch. I said, oh my God. All right now, Preston. You little after school special. Stop calling this woman out her name now. I like you. Don't start. In the next scene, Sabrina shows up to Maurice and Calvin's apartment. Sabrina, that color on your skin, baby, is chef's kiss. That is everything. And Calvin, you actually look good and normal. I'm so happy you changed your clothes, Lord. I'm just so happy. So Sabrina's like, don't do this, Maurice. You can't do this. Don't let Q win. He's the culprit. Don't do it. Sabrina, listen. At this point, I feel like you just need to step back. It's all a mess. And you need to absolve yourself from all things messiness. Talk to the lawyer, have him straighten things out, but trying to reason with Maurice, it's not going to work. So Maurice is like, I did this to you. Let me make it right. She's still pleading with him. He ain't budging. She told him that she called the lawyer and Maurice said, well, Q already talked to the DA, so he gonna get off. So she's like, but let me at least try to get you some help. So if you're going, then we're all going. Okay. You're not going to go by yourself. Maurice is like, I have to go. I'm going to go. Maurice, if you gonna leave, baby, you would have been gone. So therefore, thus and such, wait for her and this lawyer. Moving forward. So they down to the shop cleaning up. Pam, not you in these heels and this belt accentuating your hips and your PPE. I said, look at Pam. Oh my goodness. Gotta love Pam. So Zach shows up with a check for Karen. So he sees Aaron standing there. He said, yeah, I'm leaving this. But if Karen ever needs more, tell her to hit me. Fatima gonna hit you, all right? She gonna hit you across your damn head showing out. Leave Aaron where he stand over there on the counter in his full PPE. Leave that man alone. Let that woman use her volunteers. I wasn't even giving her no check. Where is the $75,000 I gave you last week? Because y'all know Tyler Perry moves so slow, honey. He probably just gave her the money last night. Where is that money? Okay, like, did you use that for payroll? Because the only person you paying here is Pam. Or you using it to buy new wigs? Like, what are you using that money for? Because you ain't got no insurance. I wouldn't give Karen nothing. But that's just me. So Zach is trying to prove he's the man. Aaron, you're not in the lead. Karen don't like you. And really and truly, why do you like Karen? It's one of those things where she keeps pushing you away and you keep trying harder. She doesn't like you, baby. She don't give a damn. So Pam is like, oh, Zach, I like that car. If you and Fatima, break up, maybe I can do something. Girl, why are you always flirting with Karen's men's? Like, what? Why are you always doing that? And y'all know what I thought about as I was watching this? Whatever happened to Jake from State Farm? Y'all remember Jake was helping Zach not to get locked up? Y'all remember that? Whatever happened to him? Tyler, you will introduce a character on this show and then they just disappear. Whatever happened to Rock and Robin? Like, did they buy him out? Is he no longer a part? Where is Robin? Where is Jake from State Farm? Where are these people? Anywho, we see Andy. She's at the office. Gary is there with Hayden. Why aren't you ever at work, Gary? Why are you walking and roaming the halls? Why are you always there? Like, what kind of law firm is this? Child, this is giving Soul Plane Lawyer Edition, honey. This is just a mess. The law firm is giving very ghetto, okay? Ooh, child, the ghetto. And it's giving the ghetto. I would hate to run into Gary at work. You are always there hanging out with your best buddy, Hayden. And if I were you, Andy, I would watch the company that Gary keeps, because if he hanging out with Hayden, who was tapping your assistant's phone, who is now your homegirl, and you are in between her and Karen, then I wouldn't F with Gary. But see, you don't think, okay? Because I wouldn't have F with Gary after he tried to crush my ribs, but that's just me. Andrea, you need to get yourself together. You really do, girl. For you to be an attorney, honey, you do not look at the facts, okay? So then Zach shows up. Hey, sir. All the men are at the office except Preston and Aaron. Preston's still locking the stove with his mind and calling Dani out her name. Aaron is still down to the hair mastery. So Zach is meeting with Fatima at the office to talk to this lawyer about his case to get custody of his son. So he comes in, tries to shake the man's hand, and the man was basically like, nah, I'm good. Sir, what kind of professionalism is this? So he tells Zach, it's hard for fathers to win custody, but I'm going to try. He said, and y'all said somebody called CPS, but there's no record of them ever being called. So the lawyer is asking if they got the neighbor's name who called, and Zach said no, but Fatima said yes. She said, Margaret Taylor, 565 apartment A. Child, that lawyer was not feeling Zach. Do you hear me? He couldn't work for me because this case is about me. It's not about Fatima. You trying to bed down my woman and act like you fighting for me at the same damn time? Absolutely not. So he leaves, and Zach is like, well, we never talked about me getting custody. Fatima said, custody? Full custody? Sir, I thought you were just doing shared custody. He said, yeah, I was going to do that before I saw how he was living. Fatima, girl, you are in over your head. I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. I would get out. I would have to get out. She's like, well, maybe we can help her get herself together. Baby, y'all ain't gonna be able to help this woman get herself together. She gonna be forever asking for money, and that baby still gonna be living in deplorable conditions. It's either take the kid, take the man with the kid, or get the hell out. I vote get the hell out, but that's just me. So she was like, well, I didn't think we would have a kid full time. Oh, wait. Zach comes with some stuff. Do you hear me? So Zach is telling her that she always does this. She always saying she's down, but then when they get into it, then she gets in his face about it. She does not have to do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. She was like, I'm not ready for that, and neither are you. Now, I did like the fact that she let it be known, I'm not ready to be somebody's mom, and you're not ready. He doesn't have a choice but to be ready because it's his kid. So whether it's full custody or joint custody or 3 Saturdays out the month, he gonna have to get damn ready, or he should have wrapped it up. So she was like, well, I just want to hold you down. Ma'am, you really don't have to be a ride or die. I'm so sick of that. That's why us black women, we have so many stressors, honey. It's breaking us down. It's killing our health. We carry so many burdens and so much stress trying to prove we're a ride or die, trying to prove like we can handle it all. Clearly, you're not ready to be a ready-made family. Just add water. Now, I'm not saying abandon Zach, but if you're not ready to step up in that position, it's okay to step back. Like, and I had to say that to myself, although this is not about me, but I oftentimes would get in these relationships and then try to fix everything and rescue the man. And I was killing myself. Girl, no. Okay? No. So in the middle of all that, here comes Andrea. Girl, what do you want? Sit on down, child. She trying to hide from Gary. I will call security on Gary, making my place of employment uncomfortable. Baby, he will be locked up. Baby, he have cuffs right on him. Escort him right on out. Side note, I like the vibrant colors on the cast this episode. Everybody looked so vibrant. Sabrina, you looked beautiful. Everybody just looked so pretty. In the next scene, Maurice comes out and tells them that they're waiting for him down at the precinct. So Sabrina was like, okay, so we're all going together. So she calls the lawyer and he's going to meet them there. Down at the shop, Aaron and Pam, they're still cleaning, and Karen and her bad attitude show up. So Pam gives Karen the check that Zach left for her. Karen's like, give it back to him. I don't need from him. Pam said, no, girl, I got bills to pay. We need to open this place back up. So Karen rips up the check and throws it on the ground. So she calls Zach. He doesn't answer, so she calls again. Fatima's like, answer it. So he answers it and puts it on speakerphone, so everybody can hear what Karen is saying. So Fatima answers it, and Karen said, oh, it's you. Well, next time you come to my house, I'm going to shoot you. Baby, why Karen sound like she in an old Western? Girl, anywho, this Ponderosa is going to happen sooner or later. So Fatima said, okay, well, you better have a fully loaded clip. Karen's like, you're a trifling bee. Fatima said, well, come up here. Karen said, don't threaten me with a good time. Fatima said, girl, you trying to act like you about that life? You ain't about that life. I am that life. Ooh, honey, don't make a call to madam. Her whole family about that life. You hear me? Fatima said, well, bring your ass up here. You know where I'm at. I'm at the firm. Come up here. Karen said, girl, F you. She said, girl, you ain't gonna do okay? Girl, you ain't gonna do but talk like you always do, bitch. Okay, you ain't gonna do nothing. So they really going at it, honey. They going back and forth and back. So Zach gets the phone. Karen is like, you want to sit here and play house with this acting like you and driving me crazy? See, the thing is, Karen was used to Zach coming back to her. And now he ain't coming back. He been playing around with Fatima too long. She didn't think the game was going to last this long. And now she's getting frustrated because she's losing her grasp and losing her damn mind. And she already done lost her damn shop. Karen, get yourself together. Like, get yourself together. She said, I tore up that check. I don't want nothing from you. And you don't have to worry about me and this baby. I'm going to take care of this baby myself. He said, okay. She said, that's all you got to say? You know what? F you. You're a horrible person. So she wants him to put Fatima on the phone. He ain't going. She starts cussing him out. He hangs up the phone. Aaron and Pam are trying to stop her. Pam is like, girl, stop. Stop it. Karen, stop. She barrels right through Aaron. Aaron, every episode you get on my nerves. I don't know what it is. It's just like you don't understand that no is no. Like, stop already. The woman don't like you. She pushing right past you. I'm like, what is going on? She moved him like, move, bitch. Get out the way. Honey, shout out to Ludacris. She wants y'all to get the hell out the way. So Karen is calling Andy now, not knowing that she's sitting right there with Fatima and Zach. Now, you know how you call your friend and give your version of events. I think that's what Karen was about to do. Little did she know, Zach had her on speakerphone with Andy sitting right there. Now, again, I'm going to say this because I say this every review. Y'all don't see the conflict of interest when Andy's sitting right there? Y'all don't see it? Okay. So she steps outside to answer the phone. So Karen was like, did you get that email I sent you? And Andy was like, no, what's going on? Show it to him. Okay, hold on, Karen. Just calm down. What email? What? Show them what? Tell me exactly what you're talking about. Show them what? Andy, you're on a smartphone, right? Just look at your damn phone and pull up your emails while you're talking to Karen. I don't get it. So Andy's like, no, I'm going to come to you. Karen said, girl, you ain't coming to me. You ain't no friend of mine. So she hangs the phone up. So Fatima comes up and she's like, show us what? She says, show us something, Andy. So show us what? Andy being Andy, acting all confused and torn. Oh, well, hold on, Fatima, just a second. Girl, just show it. So Fatima said, girl, it's okay. I got access to your emails. She opens it up and it's an email. You are the father. Now, as soon as she pulled it up and told Zach he was the father, I said, are you sure? Honey, because you know that's what they love to say. And for all I know, Karen done fabricated this email. She gave him a blank piece of paper last episode. And on top of that, when did we get Zach's DNA? Okay, we didn't get it. Okay, it's a lie and the truth ain't in it. In the next scene, Maurice is down at the precinct, turning himself in. They want to wait for the lawyer, but he wants to get it over with. They take him to the back. He's talking about, see you at the crossroads. Okay, yeah, man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. We'll see you later. This show is one big improv, just like I said. Okay, now see you at the crossroads. So now Maurice is in the back. Back over with Andy and them at the office. Karen and her satin top, they show up. Andy is trying to run an interference because you know that's what she does. She's like, Karen, hey, what are you doing here? Oh, nice to see you. New wig, looks good. Who this? Come to the office. Let's talk. She said, why are you here? Karen said, I'm here for a reason. So then we see Fatima's silhouette, and then Karen pulls out her mystery mouse tool and pops somebody. Now for me, okay, because they got me with that firing, baby, you ain't getting me no more. Now for me, I feel like because both Zach and Fatima had on blue, it could very well have been Zach. Because I looked at the legs and looked kind of skinny. Or she's losing her damn mind and this is a fever dream. Okay, girl, you giving very much fever dream. We know dang on well you ain't took out Fatima. Otherwise, how would Zatima continue? So we know that's off the table, honey. We got to think. Either way it goes, Karen, you need to be in the pen. Maurice come out. Karen go in with the trafficking lawyering cop. End scene. And that was the end of the season. For now, okay? The season picks back up October 5th, if I'm not mistaken. And child, we're going to continue to get into it, I guess. I just can't let it go, honey. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to get into it, but I feel like I need to get into it because I want to see what happens. So we'll just play it by ear. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this season and what did you think about the mid-season finale. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.